Right, it's time for my first game review of the Mastertronic Chronicles, and the game I've chosen is one of the earliest Mastertronic games. It was released in 1984 and it's called Challenger. So I'm just going to start that loading. Shift and run stop, press play on the tape, hope it loads, and we'll take a look at the packaging and the instructions while the game is loading. Look at the packaging. And pretty basic cover art on this one. It's just a sort of target pointing at a city. There's no screenshots on the packaging at all. Taking a look at the instructions, the controls seem to be thrust, brake and drop a bomb. While we're looking at that, the title screen, if you like, is loaded up on the screen, which also gives you the instructions of how to play, and it seems no more loading takes place until you press a key and another key. You wouldn't want to leave that alone to load by itself and come back to that, would you really? Okay, so it's loading. It's good news. So it says the aim of the game, basically destroy the cities, killing the savages and their deadly viruses. That's pretty much it for the instructions. The inside of the packaging is all in the instructions in all the other languages. So it's effectively thrust, brake and drop a bomb are the instructions, and you can use a joystick, so that's nice. That's pretty much it for the packaging, so we just await the loading now and see what it's like. I have a loading screen which I was a bit surprised about. I thought it was going to be so basic that it wouldn't have one, and the loading screen actually looks nicer than the cover art, so that's probably a rarity. Not bad. Okay, so the game is loaded, so let's fire it up and give it a go. You seem to start in a plane in Vancouver. It touches down and then you take off again, and the idea seems to be fly backwards and forwards. You can't go up and down, you're gradually getting lower and lower as your fuel is running out according to the instructions. So all you got to do is try and bomb this city, presumably so that when you get to the end of the level you can actually land. Not the most complex of games, as you can see, but on the upside the controls fairly good. It scrolls quite nicely. The graphics are functional, to say the least, and the most, I imagine. So I'm gradually getting lower and lower, trying to avoid these bombs that are flying up at me. Bombing bits of city. Ooh, that was close. Not going too badly here at the moment. Don't know what happens if I get to the bottom and I don't bomb everything, but we'll find out soon enough. If I manage to avoid... no, that's impossible. So I'm still in Vancouver. How the hell are you supposed to avoid all those bombs flying up at you when you're soloing? Oh great, and you have to start the whole thing again. Okay, so it's try again, see what happens. Blimey, I'm sinking a bit faster this time. This doesn't seem at all fair. Blimey. I'll try again. I don't know why I've landed so quickly the second time round compared to the first. Well, I'm rubbish at this. It is quite a nice high score challenge sort of game though. Nice and quick. Just a bit bemused as to how you successfully managed to complete the level, really, to be honest. I guess if you thrust more, that's what uses your fuel up faster. I guess that would make sense. Oh, I'm never going to survive that, am I? And that's game over. So, quite a tricky game. Probably needs quite a bit of practice. That's about it for that game. I will have another go, just to see if I get any better at it. And was it worth $1.99 back in 1984 compared to some of the other games that cost between £5 and £10 at that time? Yeah, it probably was worth $1.99. I have now actually managed to complete the first level. Challenging, or Challenger, is a very good name for the game. It is bloody hard, but I just want to show you that I'm now on level 2 and I'm in Seattle, not Seattle, but Seattle. And once you get to Seattle, it's much the same, with the possible change in architecture, the only noticeable difference really. So it's more of just the same bombing. I will say something for the game. As I said, I think it was worth the $1.90. It would have been worth the $1.99. It does seem to have a kind of addictive one more go quality, even though it's just brutally unfair when you get too far down the screen. I'll try and complete this level now, although it's not looking promising. Just to show my tactics for when I got to the bottom of the screen. We're basically, oh, I've done it. That we basically get as far to the forward of the screen as possible and hold the fire button down. Oh, Mexico's very good looking. Lots of red architecture there. I've now become a master at this game, it seems. It's now too easy. I've cracked it. I'm over to Brazil now. I knew one of those buildings was going to become a problem. So, all in all, not bad. On to the next one.